Virgil, finally you and I get a chance to talk, man, because we always talk to your wife, and this is the first time we get a chance to speak, so I'm happy to do that because for what the both of you have accomplished in creating this event, this excitement, in giving back and giving strength to people, I think is an amazing thing. How does it feel knowing as we speak, we're on the eve of one of the greatest events that happen in this city year-round?
Oh man, we're super excited to get back in there. COVID has kind of put a little halt on us, and along with every other charity in there. So we're super excited to get these 10 bouts, these 10 fighters in that ring, and making sure that they come out of there safe and sound, but entertain the crowd as well. So, when it comes to that charity, the amount of money that all these fighters raise, I believe they raise over $100,000. So, and those are direct donations that are going to Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation. So it touches our heart to kind of see that support that they're getting, and even tonight here with Elmo Combo, just giving us that venue, and every single dollar that's spent in this venue is going directly to Princess Margaret. That includes the raffle tickets, that includes the drink tickets. So we're pretty pumped to get it going again, man.
But it's not just financial too. It's what is being done for the folks who are going into the ring, emotionally, physically, and what it does for the families and friends who are going to be, in a lot of ways, part of what they're going to be doing in the ring.
Yeah, cancer touches all of us, right? We are, at the end of the day, we're stepping in the ring to fight cancer, but there's not a single person in this world that doesn't know anybody that has cancer. So, and we just had a little one. So for us to kind of do what we're doing, it's we have to do something. For our future, for our kids' future, we have to make sure that we're doing something. So stepping in the ring is kind of where our forte is. That's our business. So that's one way that we're giving back, and Fight That Cancer sees to knock out cancer, man.
Okay, so let's talk about this, because where's the event going to happen and what exactly is happening? And from what I just heard a couple of minutes ago before we started, if you're looking for tickets, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, it's a hot ticket. It's a hot ticket. We have very few left. We got 2 today that we're going to give away to whoever wins the raffle. But what's going to happen on May 27th at the Old Mill, these guys we've been training them for 6 months. Some of them have been here since 2019. They've been waiting for this opportunity to get inside that ring. So they've been training their butts off. So I expect some fireworks that night.
And there are fireworks, because I've been, watching, I've been in the crowd. There are sometimes knockouts that happen in this.
Yeah, sadly it is. It's part of the sport, we want these guys and girls to have a great time, have a good night, but it's boxing, You walk into a punch, that's the end of the night, that's the end of the fight. We want to make sure they're safe. Boxing Ontario always makes sure that all the athletes that step in the ring are safe, but, at the end of the day, it's boxing.
How do you train? I mean, physically we know the training. Mentally, though, and emotionally, how do you work with them for that? Because especially when they know the cause for what they're doing, and of course, let's face it, we all have fear of having somebody hit us or we having to hit somebody else. That's fact.
We have a 6 to 8 month program where we literally start off with the basics, then we get to the defense, then we get to sparring. It all takes 1 month at a time, and then finally on the last month, the month of May, is where we focus on the mental aspect, because all the physical, that's the easy part, but having that courage to step through those ropes, that's the tough part. And adding on top of that, the pressure of your fans, your parents, your bosses.
Social media.
Social media, exactly. In the day we live now, it's everywhere. So there's a lot of pressure on those fighters, but we train them in that appropriate manner.
What have you seen in the aftermath? Because we are talking 10 years for this, 10th anniversary. What have you seen in the aftermath? Because I've seen posts where people have, win or lose, they're so glad they did it.
Yeah, you know what? That's what we engrave in them. At the end of the day, the majority of the time, the coaches, we don't know who wins. If you ask me who won 3 years ago between this fighter and this fighter, I don't. I worry more about the journey. That's step number 1. Of course, the fighters are going to always want to win, but it's a coin flip. There's 2 people entering the ring. They can't both win. Only one has to win, right? So one has to lose, unfortunately. But if you give it your all inside that ring, there's nothing else but to be proud of that.
Is that the advice you want to give the fighters?
Yeah, 100%. Be proud of the journey. Be proud of taking that step through the ropes. As soon as that first round is completed, you can now call yourself a fighter.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for this interview. Thank you so much for the both of you for putting this event on every year. Cannot wait. Fight Night is coming back to Toronto. Cannot wait.
Pleasure, man. You've been here every year, so it's a pleasure to finally get a chance to talk to you, man.